This is Scars and Spikes preview show. So Lady United takes on Minnesota United, 8:40 kickoff at Allianz Field in St. Paul. Sydney, Tyler, and Tommy with you. Guys, remember the last time that Atlanta played at Minnesota? Do you know what year that was?
I do.
Tyler, what year?
2017.
No.
I don't know.
Tommy, what year?
It feels like 2017.
It wasn't 2017. Tommy, what year?
Ooh. 23?
No. I'll give you guys one more guess.
19.
What year? 2019. Well, no, not 2019.
What?
No.
Got my hopes up.
It was 20.
It wasn't 2020.
It's 2018. 2018. This is only their third trip to Minnesota and their first trip to Allianz Field, because when they played in 2017 and 2018, they were played at TCF Stadium, which is the Minnesota Golden Gophers football stadium. Big Ten team, by the way, Tommy, as you may know. So, 8:40 kickoff. Minnesota, a place that Atlanta United hasn't played in a while. Only the seventh time, guys, Atlanta United has played Minnesota United. I was thinking back, and don't cheat. Let us know in the chat if you know this. But I was thinking back, 2017, Atlanta United's second ever match. Minnesota United, their season, or home opener, I should say, at TCF Bank Stadium. Joseph Martinez had a hat trick. Miguel Almirón had a brace. Who scored the sixth goal of that match? Tommy. Do you remember who it was? Throw out any name. It won't.
Gressel.
It won't be wrong. No, not even close. Tyler, do you know who scored it? And give it a guess in the chat. Guess in the chat as well if you're watching.
It's funny because I went back and watched the highlights of this the other day. Was it Tito?
No, it's not Tito. Not even close. I'm gonna wait for people in the chat.
Man, you keep
don't look. Don't look.
They're not even close. You're the one that threw this on us.
You'll never guess in a million years.
Was it center back?
Well, it wasn't Yamil Assad, was it?
No.
Was it a center back?
No, it was. Okay. We're gonna leave it for now. I may come back to it. I may shout someone out in the chat if they get it. But don't look if you're watching. Guys, Atlanta United has a chance to win 2 matches in a row for the first time since May. Tommy, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Tyler,
just got out of the cellar. Are we in the spork world right now?
Yep.
No. I mean, yes. And
yes.
Actually, yes.
We're not in the spoon.
So cellar. What you're saying is my friend could come back into the show here.
Yeah.
Spork is back in play, guys.
Spork is back.
How's it been, Forky? We've seen a lot of you lately.
Sporky, not Forky.
We were cheating. We were cheating on him with the spoon.
Tyler, how are you feeling?
Yeah, nervous, I think is a good way to put it. I think if you can get a result, this is good. But you can't go and just dump all the goodwill that you just built after the last match down the drain.
Yes.
You got to get a result. You got to be competitive. And then you got to come home and play the other spork lurking team at home on Sunday. Sunday night soccer, by the way.
Quite the match.
Wishes they could take that back.
Yeah, exactly. Quite the banger for Sunday night soccer, to say the least.
Yeah. Hopefully Bad Bunny's performing at halftime. They got to really get some ratings on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Could be an incredibly entertaining game.
Could be. As both
There's a lot
teams
of Breck Shea guesses in the chat right now.
There are a lot of
Breck Shea was way
guesses.
Later than that.
Yeah, it was not Breck Shea. Chris, he did have a ponytail, a blonde ponytail. You guys will never guess. I'm sorry. Do you want me to just tell you?
Sure.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Okay, we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep it rolling.
We'll get here in a minute.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the lineups? What do you guys foresee?
I think Stian starts.
Well, guess what, guys? Speaking of lineups, we do have lineups.
Oh, I didn't even think of when lineups are coming out.
I didn't even think they were out. I just decided to take a look at MLSsoccer.com. But here are the lineups, everybody, and we are getting a start from Stian Gregerson, as Tommy you predicted. So we have that going.
Well, and the other reason why I said that was because like people were really freaking out, saying Tata doesn't value Stian. I'm like, you got to look at the schedule
Yeah.
and see where we're at.
So Stan, the only change, Jacob is back at right back. Alonso in the lineup, of course, and then Mihai not starting. Paulo Diaz available for selection for Atlanta United this evening for the first time. But the only changes are Jacob at right back, Gregors at center back. Then everything else the same. Baez, Alonso, midfield, Muyumba, Gil coming off a great match against Red Bulls, Cooper Sanchez, and then Fafa Pico, Relaxi Moranchuk, and Miguel Marone up front for Atlanta United. These are guys, two teams that have not scored a whole lot of goals, by the way. So this could
Put
be
it lightly.
yeah, this could be a slog. This could be a real slog. Take a look at the bench. I mentioned Badlo Diaz is available for selection. I don't know if we see him tonight. We may.
Now the real question is here: do we see Julian Gressel?
Yeah, Julian Gressel is on Minnesota's roster, which I forgot.
I was gonna say, did you remember that one?
Dude, he's gonna play on every team by the time this league by the time his career's over, he's gonna play in every team.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the lineups? I mean, any surprises, Tyler?
I think it all makes sense. You want to try to stick with the proverbial hot hand as much as you can, but there's going to have to be rotation. There's no way you're going to have your midfield go 180 minutes. John said Drake calendar jump scare. It got me too a minute ago. But no, I think Adrian Gill has a chance here to really like make something of his showings because he settled in and he talked about it in the locker room the other night. He settled into that Red Bull game after 15 or 20 minutes, and that's settling in against a team that presses you like crazy and doesn't give you much time to do anything. Minnesota doesn't do that. So if he can come into this match and just kind of like play his game and not have to feel rushed, I'm curious to see if he plays smoother and how it affects his game. Because once he settled in the other day, man, he looked really, really good. So it was really, really nice to see. So I think he's going to be definitely like probably the main one to watch.
Tommy, how are you feeling?
Okay. I think that the team is the back-to-back Saturday to Wednesday. I don't think you should see too much trouble from these players. But I do think once you get to Sunday, ask me how I feel on Sunday because it's probably going to feel different because we saw this situation right before their last break where they had 3 games in, whatever, 8 days or whatever it was. And by the time they got to the end of it, they were exhausted. And I do wonder if maybe there are some more changes early on in the game to avoid that because this roster is extremely thin. Like looking at that bench and saying to yourself, okay, I know this is about this game, but like you still have to think about a game in a few days, which you get an extra game. Minnesota does not. They play on Saturday.
Right.
They have to go all the way to San Jose on Sunday or on Saturday. But for Atlanta, I mean, you get that extra day, which I'm sure is going to help, but still you don't have a lot of quality players to be able to just throw into this lineup and on Sunday and say, yeah, let's compete. But Tata does not like to make subs early. He is a late sub guy, and that worries me as we continue through the week.
When do we start seeing subs, do you guys think, in this match?
When should we or when do we?
I guess when do we? Like
88th minute, Tata.
75th.
Leaving it late, 75th.
Yeah.
I think you might see a midfielder, midfielder, maybe around the 60th, but you don't have many options.
Either. Yeah, I was going to say, who do you put out there, guys, as your backup midfielder? I mean, you don't have a lot of options, like Tommy said. I mean, you could put Alzate out there to give him a little bit longer than he had.
We need to talk about, by the way.
Say it again.
We need to talk about that, by the way.
What do we need? What about
Alzate?
What about?
I guess I I was a little frustrated that after all the lack of playing time
Yeah.
and
You thought he was
everything going
gone,
on.
didn't you?
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's then when you do get put back on the pitch,
Mhm.
that was the effort you gave.
You weren't.
It
you weren't
just didn't
thrilled
do it
with
for me.
him. You weren't
No.
thrilled with him on Saturday. Well, he barely
No.
played.
He barely played. He jogged the whole time he was on the field. That's what I'm saying. Like
He wasn't.
this was-
He was out of fitness. He hasn't played in what? a
Then
few
don't get
months,
on the
but-
field, buddy.
right. I'm
Well, you
sorry.
had no other options.
If you put me on the field after not having played in 6 months, or whatever it may be, and this is an opportunity to at least up my transfer value if I'm going, right? Or give somebody a highlight reel to look at, I'm going to go on and I'm going to give you something as much as I can. I'm at least not going to look.
I guess
like
like 5
I don't wanna be
minutes,
there.
10 minutes, or I mean, plus
Right.
top
So you're
shot,
fresh. You got 10 minutes to go sprint and make something happen. I just didn't. It kind of pissed me off.
I don't know. I think that's kind of harsh, to be
I'm
honest.
looking
I
between my
really
parents
do.
fighting right now.
I just think that's harsh, though. I do think you don't have a lot of options midfield on your bench. So I think one of those guys in the midfield has to go to blow. I think that it'll be Alzate coming in, but the question is how long. But I understand why you're frustrated. Yeah, I understand why you're frustrated, because he's not played a whole lot this season, and then all of a sudden, yes, he's back. What if we see Sergio Santos in the midfield?
Hey, now you're getting weird. All right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well,
Miguel-
and did we talk about
go.
Alzate getting his green card? Was that
yeah, I feel like some of the speculation is that it's to make him more attractive for an intra-league transfer, or essentially, intra-league transfer. So I don't know.
I
That's a
don't
big
believe that
contract,
for a
though.
minute. I really don't.
That's a
because
really good contract.
He played 10
right,
minutes.
it's
and
the
had 2 touches.
contract.
2 touches. 2.
And you're judging off 2 touches, though.
You're a midfielder. You're a midfielder. In 10 minutes, you can't touch the ball more than twice.
Well,
He had 1 accurate pass
they have to pass
and
it
a
to them, though,
defensive
Tyler.
contribution. I'm sorry, man. It just bothers me.
All right.
Alexa, play "Stay Together" for the Kids. 1982.
Cooper Sanchez looked good again on Saturday.
Mhm.
Speaking of midfield, had a really. You mentioned it on the Met Reaction show. It's a terrific pass to Miggy. Ultimately, Miggy collides with Ethan Horvath, the Red Bulls keeper, and the chance gets to nothing. But just shows the not so much the creativity, but just the audacity, I guess, that Sanchez has. He had a shot from distance that I'm okay with him taking. It missed pretty significantly, but at least he took the shot. I want to see that more of that confidence. I want to see more of that confidence. Take shots from distance if he needs to, like he did on
I want to say a
Saturday.
lot of people have more confidence to
Yeah.
do that on this team.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Muyumba has finally decided to just start letting it rip, and it makes me happy because if you got to shoot at some point. It's just like fishing, man. You can't catch a fish if you don't throw the line in the water. I like that Muyumba's been doing it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I need this to kind of rub off on some other people.
You'll need to go
me-
go ahead.
Let's say sorry for the rest of the MLS fandoms, everyone that's watching this. Just remember, if we score a banger and Messi's not involved, we're gonna win goal of the week. The fan base came back.
Kinda
The
refreshing,
fan
isn't
base
it?
came back and said, "Screw you, MLS." It has been forever since we've been on poll that Messi was not on it, because every time I swear Atlanta had a banger, it'd be like Messi had the banger, and you have no chance of beating Messi. But he wasn't on there, and we won. The fans did it. So
I applaud them as well. It was
yeah,
quite
so
nice.
Atlanta United fans, congratulations. Get back into goal of the week. How did he make the lineup of the week? How did he had such a bad did they not just watch the first half of that game?
Well, he did have the equalizer, so that's why.
I know, but he had a moment.
Yeah.
He
And
had a
everything else
terrible
was just
first half,
kind of
great second half.
Yeah,
They cancel each other out, and then you get a goal. So it's like, all right, well, you probably get put in the team.
that's
Yeah,
the
maybe
thing
put him on the
about
bench. Maybe put him on the bench then for that.
that's the frustrating thing about Muyumba, guys, because Tyler, you and I both were just frustrated in the first half because
You tweeted it out. I need you to tweet it out again this time.
I'm gonna tweet it right off the jump. He's still frustrated to watch, but no, 4 or 5 out of 10 in the first half, much better than the second. Need that like 6.5, 7 million ba to show up the entire match. I don't think you have gotten that nearly consistently as you need from Million Ba, and it's frustrating to watch him. Moment of magic in the second half, that's good, but I need that from Million Ba all the time, not just a couple of times, not just one goal. Or back to back goals is good, by the way. Good to see him get back to back goals on back
Yeah,
to back weeks, I should say. But I need that same level all throughout the match.
I think having him playing in his true position will help. I think if he can maybe get some time under his belt where he's not being shuffled around to play a position that he doesn't necessarily excel at, will help. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Look, but we brought it up multiple times. There's a reason that on this show, a Atlanta United legend called Tristan Muyumba.
Coach
This was a
killer.
couple of years ago, but he called him a coach killer because you get, one version one day and another version the next day, and it gives you some hope, and then it
Yeah.
takes a dump in your face. So hopefully he can get some consistent performances, and if you can get, I don't even need you to hit bangers like that every week. If you're just contributing
Yeah.
and being an actual number 8 on a consistent basis, then hey, we'll take it.
No, exactly. Tommy, what's on your mind?
Well, first off, join the Patreon. We right after this, we have the Discord to come hang out in. We've been doing some watch alongs. We have been some great groups. So come hang out with us there. Also, if you'd like, we just did a Ted Lasso episode 3 review. Banger. Spoiler. It was another banger. Fantastic episode. But yeah, join the Patreon.
Patreon.com/Scars and Spikes.
But yeah, I'm feeling pretty excited about this game. Like I look, you just came off a win, and it was at home, and it was dramatic. Come from behind. You don't get a lot of those from a lot of teams. I was just talking to an LAFC fan, and he was like, "We haven't come back from like a losing position all season," but we did. We did. We did.
Those LAFC fans have so much to complain about.
If
right now.
I almost showed up on MLS Monday to complain about all the LAFC violins that get played over the past couple days. Oh,
yeah,
I'm in third place. It sucks to be us.
I would love to have
Shut up. Sorry.
Look, this guy, I appreciate him, but I don't want to be anywhere near him. Okay, I want to be. If you guaranteed me to be third in the conference, I know the playoffs. They have not done a very good job since they won MLS Cup, but they're in there and they're playing mostly entertaining soccer. But anyways, I am excited to see what this team can build off of a win, build off some confidence, because I mean, Tata has said this team deserved it. They work hard. They're working hard, in training. They are working to do better. Now, they're still having the same issues that we had. They have some brain farts and they allow some silly goals, and we still saw that in the last game. And they still have trouble clearing the ball out in the defensive side. But they were able to create some chances. They were able to take that momentum that was pretty much all on the other side of the field and be able to come back and get that win against, New York, who is a high scoring team. Defensively, we talked about it, that they're terrible. Like defensively, they have trouble, but it's still, you still were able to prevent more goals, and then you were able to take it and score those goals. I think my prediction was 3-3. Tyler, I think you had 2-2, and Sydney, did you?
I think said 3-2 Red Bull.
You said 3-2, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, yeah, I mean it was good on them, but now you got to do this on the road, and that's difficult.
Atlanta was just one win on the road in MLS play. Of course, they've won in MLS, or not MLS, U.S. Open Cup is what I'm trying to say. So they won that, but in MLS play, they've only won one match. And we talked about it, Tyler. If the other day, you get a win against Minnesota, and you play a team like Kansas City who has struggled, like Atlanta United, and you get that win as well, you're all of a sudden you have 9 points out of a possible nine, and that momentum and that confidence just builds and builds and builds, and the more you string those wins together, I mean, the more you start to believe. Because how many times we've said this team has just struggled to with them struggling to win, they don't know what it feels like, a lot of these guys. And when they go downwards, they start to get afraid and like, here we go again. It's just like PTSD. So
Yeah. It's we kind of talked about it the other day, but you've got a group of guys who are doing everything they can to keep the morale out of the grasp of Forky over there. And it's not easy when you're playing the way that you're playing. I mean, especially because you've had moments like that Philadelphia match. That is such a demoralizing way to blow a game. So the fact that you came back and you got it together in front of your fans, that was huge. That was so important. That was like one of my keys to the Red Bulls match. Like, you've just got to show out in front of your fans, because that's really all you have left at this point. You won.
I think we're gonna have a crazy game, guys, because I just looked at the scores. There's 7 games currently going on, and we're only in the they're in the 13th minute. But when I looked at the 11th minute, 5 out of those 7 games had a goal.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, Philly just scored.
So we might have another 6-goal game incoming.
I mean, midweek games have always just been, in MLS, when teams just lack the depth that they have, and then they have to start choosing on, what they're going to play. And a lot of teams, we used to talk about all the time when Atlanta United was good, teams would come in and they would start their backups and like, screw it. We're either going to try to get a 0-0 draw here, or we're going to lose 5-0, but we're going to try our best to do that. And it's just like, midweek games are just interesting to see how every team deals with it. But Atlanta has just said, we're not changing much here. We're just changing one small piece here, and we'll deal with the weekend with, whatever we have to deal with. Maybe Tata really values that extra day off.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go for it, right? I mean, you got the hot hand, like, you
I don't know
need
if it's
to.
hot. It's
lukewarm.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you just said warm, I was gonna
Bathwater. It's better than bathwater.
Yeah.
Marginally anyway, but you got to go for it. Like, you had something go right for you for once. Adrian Gill stepped in, showed you something really, really encouraging. Muyumba, he's had a couple of bangers. Like, not going to change that up. You've got you got to figure out your number 6 still. Adrian Gill is going to be that for most of the night, but like, if you can get that midfield trio working together, then I think you can actually come out of here with a legit result. You have to be thinking that way if you're Atlanta, because you're running out of time, and you snag something here on the road in a away match. Obviously, Atlanta's kryptonite. If there's a team when you could go get it, it's this one. Go get it against Minnesota. They've not been the best. They've struggled immensely at times. So go after them, take the game to them, and then bring it back home on Sunday. And like you said, Tommy, yeah, you do have that extra day. So, like, I'm not worried about the 20-year-old Adrian Gill's legs. I'm not worried about, some of these guys, Jacob and Baez, they'll be good to go for most of that match. You start looking at a guy like Fafa Pico, and it's like, okay, well, if he goes out, then it's got to be Togashi as the striker, or you call up Kovac again and see what he can do. But there's risks there as well. So Sunday is going to get very interesting with the lineup, I feel.
You got to be careful with Kovac though because of his short-term call-ups that he has left. So I think he has what 2 left or something like that.
Believe so.
Yeah. Either way, you just have to be careful because if they want to call it again, they'll have to sign up to a first-team contract. And by the way, I know people. I see Tommy laughing at Brett's comment there.
The comment, don't like moist hand.
Yeah.
A lot of people not like that word moist. So much.
Right.
It seems like it's like a very divisive
Yeah.
word in the English language.
Yeah. Here's the case for not calling Kovac up. Because ATL ETA 2 is in the midst of a playoff run or a playoff race. They've never made the playoffs as a USL championship team or as an MLS Next Pro team. So I think the thinking there is with ATL ETA 2 pursuing a playoff spot, taking Kovac out of the lineup and promoting him at this point in time, right, would compromise the two's chances of making the playoffs and getting that more of that chance to develop in that playoff environment. So I think that's why Atlanta United as a whole has been hesitant to call up Kovac at this point in time. That's my theory. I know
think you're
people say, "Hey, bring him up, play the kids, season's lost," but I think that's a balance that you have to walk, or a line you have to walk between. Hey, do we take our best player off of the twos to play? Well, it's meaningless soccer for the whole team, but he'll develop with the first team and risk sending him back if things don't go well, or just keep him down and be a part of that playoff run. So that's where I think Atlanta is at as a whole. Again, not basing this off of any inside information. That's just my opinion.
No, I think you're right. I mean, a lot of teams do that. I see that a lot in minor league hockey. A lot of teams want to keep their prospects down there to experience a playoff run, and not only just the playoffs itself, but getting to the playoffs, getting to where the games get a little bit more important as you get towards the end of the season. Because right now, games aren't important for Atlanta United. I mean, they're towards the bottom here. But when you're looking at Atlanta United 2, every game's important because every point matters when you're trying to make the playoffs there. So
especially in a playoff race where you can potentially pick who you want to
play.
Yeah, and like that's exactly like that's what they want to give him that experience for that. And that's perfectly fine here. Now, if you're desperate and you need someone to start a game, I don't think that that's the end of the world if you have to start a game or take an appearance in a game. But with Atlanta United striking out of this could be strike 3 for your strikers here. Yeah, strike 3 for the strikers. It didn't even it didn't even when it came out. I was like, oh, that's actually sounds really good. I mean, yeah, we're potentially 0 for 3 here, and I don't know if they're going to have a potential 4th.
I will say this, and Gray brought up a good point too. Like the twos, you still have Liam Butts, you still have Patrick Weah. You also have the new guy that just got announced, like, I don't know, 6 hours ago or whatever. Caio Assis, I think is how the last name's pronounced.
Yeah.
They have people. It's not that they don't have talent there that can step up in Kovac's shoes. It's just that Kovac has very big shoes, literally and figuratively. I mean, he's leading the Golden Boot race. So, yeah, you don't want to pull him out. But, yeah, if you need him, then the first team ultimately, this is just sports in general. If you get to that point where you feel like, okay, like we're that close, we really need to have somebody there, and we think Kovac can be a guy, then yeah, they'll call him up then. But I agree with what y'all are saying for sure. I think the twos, like, look, Jose Silva has put them. He was that close last year.
Yeah,
that close to getting into the playoffs for the first time. It was such a heartbreaking way to go out. I love that they've all kept the momentum, and I also love, and this is a little bit of an aside, but I love that under Javier Perez in the academy and like the overall front office for Atlanta with the twos, the way that they've prioritized a lot of the academy players, but they've also not been afraid to bring in some talent, as we saw here with like Caio, from somewhere else to kind of bolster and give a little bit of competition. Like, I think that's great. And yeah, the twos are standing on the cusp of their own bit of history.
Good for them.
I'm freaking out here. I haven't paid that much attention to Minnesota, but my phone has never given me this update before. It's got the little Google sign above it. It says the win probabilities Atlanta United 59%.
Hey man, this conversation comes up with me every freaking week. I don't understand. I'm right here with you. It's
I can see
Yeah,
it.
that's wild to me.
59% Atlanta.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where they get this from.
19%. Like Minnesota is 19% and then 22% a tie.
Mm.
I don't know
That's
where
wild to
Google
me.
pulls their probabilities from. I know MLS though has put it up over the past few matches as Atlanta being very high, and I think we were on the watch along when I looked it up, and they pull theirs straight from who's the betting
Um,
big betting company?
Not DraftKings, is it?
I think it was
Kalshi or
DraftKings.
whatever.
No, it wasn't Kalshi. I think it was DraftKings. And it's like, what are y'all thinking here?
Yeah.
Well, I just looked up on an actual gambling site to see what it is, and actually, it says Minnesota's a heavy favorite. They're minus 150 here, so I have no idea like what's going on. Like
Somebody's confused, or somebody knows
plus
something.
375 for Atlanta to win. So you bet $100, you win 375 if Atlanta wins this game.
Mm.
That just seems crazy to me.
That is crazy. While we are on the subject of predictions,
Yeah.
would
Hit
like
'em.
to invite all of y'all to come join our Score Hub group. This is week 2 of 4 weeks where you can win a $100 gift card. Shout out to Seth. He won our first weeks. And this is an interesting one because it's a double match week. So I'll throw the link in the chat. That way you guys can have it. We will also be doing our matches to watch show that'll dive more into this in a couple of days. But the matches tonight count. The matches on Saturday and Sunday count. So you go in, you're throwing down your predictions. There's no money involved. You're not having to give credit card money, none of that crap. It's just you're having fun, playing against other people and kind of throwing out your soccer IQ on predictions. And you get points for your correct predictions and you lose points for your incorrect ones. And at the end, on Monday, we will announce the winner. That person will win a $100 gift card. And we're doing that for the next 2 weeks after that as well. So the link is there. Y'all join up. Again, completely free to sign up, completely free to play. And you can get in our Discord by joining Patreon. And we have a whole channel there dedicated to this kind of conversation. So patreon.com/scarves and spikes.
You guys want to talk about Jay Fortune for a second and the setback he experienced last week? So he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks more. Unfortunately, did another hamstring injury, his other hamstring. And wrote about it on scarvesandspikes.com what this could mean for his contract negotiations because it's a contract year for him, of course, as we mentioned. And Henderson told us a few weeks ago that there are conversations to be had between Fortune's camp and the club. This definitely changes things a little bit because if you're Fortune, you lost leverage because of these injuries back to back. And of course,
Back to back, two back, kind of.
Yeah, back to back, two back. So last year's plus the 2 this year, right? So you've lost your leverage. I feel like if you're Atlanta United, if you really want him, offer him a 1-year deal. Offer him a deal for the sprint season, saying, "Hey, well, we value what you can bring to the table. Here's the sprint season plus playoffs if you make it, with an option for 27-28 and 28-29. That way you can say, hey, how do you hold up through these 14 plus matches or so? And if you hold up well, if you recover well, and you can show us that you're back to the Jay Fortune that we saw pre-injury, we'll bring you back for the full 27-28 season. And then depending on how that goes, we could send you to a longer-term deal. He'll be a free agent if he doesn't get re-signed. There's no reason to think that if Atlanta United makes him an offer, he won't take it. But this latest injury just changes things. And Tommy, you mentioned midfield is kind of thin. Riley's ankle is not up to par. Fortune's injured. You have Amato coming in. So that's the big question about Fortune. how does this play into his contract negotiations, and makes it tricky with the injuries, guys.
Yeah, in a small way. I mean, Miles Robinson, right at the end of his contract, he had the season-ending injury, and then it was like, what are we going to do here with this? And obviously we saw how that played out here. Now it's a little bit different. Now, I mean, Sydney, in a perfect world, of what you said, Jay says, yeah, I want to stay here and I'll sign short. But like, if any other team comes and offers him a longer contract, he's going to take that. I mean,
Sorry,
Atlanta's
message
probably going to
just
try
scored
and
a
get him
great
signed
goal, by the way.
before he gets to free agency here, hopefully. But I mean, it's obviously a worry for them that he's had these injuries. Now I mean, obviously they've been some weird injuries here, and obviously the medical and all that are going to probably have to figure out, how much of do they really think it's a risk long term for him, or what do they think about that? And then Atlanta, obviously, I mean, they've been acquiring midfielders
Yeah.
like infinity stones. Like they've just been going and trying to find them, trying to find a new midfielder every week. We feel like there's a rumor for it. So I don't know what Atlanta United's plan here is long term in the midfield here. Also, you've got two DPs that are technically midfielders that that want, like
Yeah.
it's just again, I mean, we talked about it all season. This roster has just been a mess of how it was created here, and it's just what is Chris's long term for everything? I have no damn clue. No clue at all. I mean, just even the Latte Latte just being loaned out for the season was a shocker to all of us here. So I feel like there's still at least one other shocker that could happen here before the season ends, especially when you still have two buyouts, which you better damn use. But like, I mean, I just don't know here what Atlanta, like, how, like they say they obviously
Yeah.
are not going to see different. They value Jay. Obviously he's grown up, in the organization. So they're always going to say over positive things. But like in the background, are they going, "Oh, I don't know if we should invest, a lot of money into him
Yeah.
with these injuries." Or I might have a different idea that I might want to bring in a new DP for his spot. Like, I don't know right now. It's unfortunately, there's times where there's teams you could look at and say, I have an idea what they're going to do in the off season.
Yeah.
Looking at this roster and the players that you have and the players that are leaving, I have no clue. Like what any direction of what this
Right.
team's going to do in the next year.
Right.
It's interesting, right? Because you look at moments with contract negotiations like this, and they're kind of in a bubble because, like, right now, I think you could look at Jay and say, "Hey, the injury history, it's gonna break up a little bit, like you said, Sydney, of the leverage that you kind of have to go out and ask for this particular contract, whatever it may be." But you also saw that when he is on the pitch, he contributes greatly to the team. He's only out for 3 or 4 weeks. So when he comes back, you still got a lot of soccer to play in the season. So right now, yeah, I mean, this is a step back for Jay, right? But by the end of the season, when you have to make this decision, we could be having a totally different conversation. And I mean, there's probably a world in there where, Jay might ask for X number of dollars on a X number of years contract, and Atlanta counters and says, "Hey, the injury history's there. We'll give you Y for X years. We'll give you maybe a little less, whatever the case may be."
Sure.
So I don't think this is like a black or white situation necessarily with Jay. I think it's just it's a bump in the road, and it's unfortunate. But when he's on, man, he helps this team immensely.
Yeah.
So I would like to think that the front office wouldn't just throw the towel in on a couple of weirdo hamstring injuries. I get the ankle thing. That goes back to I think an actual like full on contact injury though when he was playing for Trinidad last year.
Yeah.
That happens. You're going to have injuries on the training ground. It is what it is. I think Jay and his support group they're smart enough to look at it and say, all right, with the physios, what do we need to be doing differently physically and nutritionally, like
Right.
everything, to keep this kind of thing from happening again? One of y'all brought up I think in our Discord, I think it was you, Tommy, we've had this conversation about Steon Gregerson and how he blows a hamstring every other day, it seemed like, for 2 years. And then this year he's actually been relatively healthy. But in the off season, there was the conversation about how he started getting these blood tests that have helped him learn a lot of different ways to take care of his own body, like what nutrients he needs to really like pack on, what his rest should look like, all this other stuff. Maybe that's an option for Jay,
Yeah.
you know? Well, so we'll see.
Yoet Sulu, by the way, got it right on that match in 2017. It was Jacob Peterson who scored the 6th goal.
Yo, that's a name I have not heard in a long time.
That's a blast from the past right there. So if you talk about random LA United players, I feel like Jacob Peterson is right up there.
That is
about
a trivia
names
question
you
for
could,
sure.
names you could pull out from nowhere. But yeah, that was guys. That seemed like a lifetime ago, 9 years ago. The world was much different 9 years ago.
Makes me sick.
It grosses me out now that like all the time you see like albums when like a movie, it'll be like this movie was released 20 years ago. This movie has its 30th anniversary. Oh, that's when I feel old. It's like, oh, Ghostbusters is celebrating its 40th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that means
get
I'm
upset.
80.
I get upset when somebody's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tony Stark died 7 years ago in Avengers," and I'm like, "Shut up, dude."
Spoilers.
What happened?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you know. See, like Sydney, I could get away with
Yeah.
that, but you go rent out movies for Marvel,
Yeah.
movie theaters for Marvel movies. So
Yeah.
it's
So-
funny. Yoltz, I got it
Go ahead.
really quick. He said that you mentioned Yoltz said Jacob Peterson. When I first saw that comment, I thought that said Jock Peterson, and I was like, about,
What's a Jock
about
Peterson?
baseball? Like, what are we doing here?
It's PED or so. About 28 minutes from kickoff, 8:40 at Allianz Park, Allianz Field. Is it Allianz Park or Allianz Field? I always
It's
forget.
definitely not Allianz Stadium.
It's not Allianz Stadium. LA United social media.
think it's
team
Field.
It is Field. It's not stadium as Atlanta's social media team put. It's like calling Wrigley Field Wrigley Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not
One of
quite,
these is
but
not like the
still.
other.
Yeah. So if you're in the chat, let us know what your predictions are. I think we'll give you ours here in short order before we get going with the match here.
I'm trying to throw my predictions on Score Hub on this right now.
Yeah. But just going back to the scores, Cincinnati, NYC 1-1, Columbus, Montreal 1-1, New England scored at DC, that's 1-0. Red Bulls, Nashville, that's still no score. Chicago leads Orlando 1-0 in Orlando. Miami went down 1-0, but they have scored the last two to go up 2-1. Massey with a pretty sick goal. Definitely watch the replay if you are able to at some point. Charlotte leads TFC 2-1 in Toronto. Other matches tonight, 8 o'clock kickoff, or that should be kicking off any moment now. Sporting Kansas City, Atlanta's next opponent against St. Louis, and the Midwestern Derby. I believe that match is weather delayed, guys, because it's scheduled as an 8 p.m. kickoff, but it's yet to kick off. But, or actually, it might just be late, but that's an 8. Colorado LAFC 9:30, RSL Dallas 9:30, Seattle Austin 9:30. Seattle are just circling the drain right now, as we've mentioned. And then the 10:30 kickoffs, LA Galaxy, San Jose, and the
Circling the drain is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, that's flattering. Seattle right now. Speaking of sort of circling the drain, San Jose, not nearly as bad, but they're in a difficult run of form. They're taking on the LA Galaxy in the Cali Classico in Carson, Portland, San Diego, and then Vancouver, Houston rounds out the night. So busy evening of soccer, guys. Midweek matches, those are always interesting, like you were saying earlier, Tommy.
Chaos.
Chaos. They have the capacity for chaos at times, and we'll
Got
see.
lots of MLS After Dark on this one.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, all of them could be that. Before we get to
Yep.
predictions, Sydney,
Yeah.
I know, I know we got a busy week here, but I do feel like we need to give credit to someone or to a group of people. The Atlanta United front office for what they did with the season tickets
Mm-hmm.
and the like basically and I might get this wrong, so someone jump in here, but like a combo of the speeds, if you bought the speed season and the next season after that, they gave you the original pricing,
The
uh
2017 pricing.
2017 pricing there. Guys, teams don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very rare that teams go down on price here. I understand next season's a unique thing here, but they're doing it. If you buy that and you get that and you buy the next season, you get a ridiculous discount on tickets. I was floored
Yeah.
when I read that they did that because guys, I was there a couple seasons ago when the fans were protesting the increase in prices with you guys, and we saw that go down at the tailgate and
Tailgate,
how
yeah.
they and at the
Mhm.
game they refused to play anything for like a certain amount of time of the game. Like it's a cool thing, and I am guarantee you that you're going to start seeing things on Twitter when the other teams start doing this, and
Yeah.
if they don't do it, they don't do it what Atlanta did. I guarantee you, all the MLS front offices that are not doing something similar saw that article that was released, like that said what Atlanta was doing, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh my God, we are
Crap.
screwed.
I
We
feel
are
like
screwed."
Atlanta had better do something like that, considering what the fans have gone through the past couple of years or past few
Yeah,
years.
but
It's a
that doesn't matter most of the time in like
yeah.
other sports. They don't care what the record is. They just care that the fans just keep showing up. They don't like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna discount you because we've won 3 games this season. That normally does not happen.
Mhm.
It's a great gesture of goodwill. for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, the team's got to win
Yeah.
ultimately, but yeah, this is. I think it's great, and it seemed like it was pretty well received by the broader MLS community, which I thought was
Mhm.
cool. Not the front offices of some teams, maybe, but
Right. Like Tommy said, you're probably gonna see other teams try to copy off Atlanta United.
yeah,
Just like old
They
times.
better.
Remember teams like used to copy Atlanta? No, I'm just
I want to see
kidding.
DC United go back to 1996 pricing.
It's good. It's good
Galaxy
for
of
the
that.
morale of the team. I think they gave him like $100 food credit too for next season. I thought that's what someone else said. They give him like $100 food credit going the next year for each of your seats. So like they're obviously trying to take care of the fans here, and it's a nice gesture. And great, great. I hope other teams jump on it. Like if other teams steal it,
Yeah.
it's better for the league. It's better for the fans, and that's what really matters. So. The only criticism I think I saw, some people were like, well, this isn't a price freeze for an extended period of time. They're not going to do it for an extended period of time. But this is for, 2 seasons technically, or
No.
season and a half if you want to call it that way. So let's see where it goes, and hopefully they, by the time you get to, I mean, I don't have huge aspirations for the sprint season, but hopefully they get everything all together by the time they get to that first European schedule here.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that we haven't talked about that needs to be brought up is we were kind of talking about potential subs, or however they make this work.
Mm.
You got to remember Iggy Suarez is on a short-term call-up. Today's the last day of it,
Hmm.
so he is an option, maybe for a few minutes at the end of the match, just to get one of the midfielders off and give them a little bit of a break. I don't think you're going to see Iggy come in like the 60th minute or anything, but he is an option. So I'll be curious because you're gonna have to, if you're Tata, and I know we had the discussion about Tata and subs, like oil and vinegar.
So Iggy's not in the team tonight, so he's not.
Did he not
available.
get put in the list?
Yeah, no, he's not in the team this
What?
evening. Yeah, so
Why would you do this? Okay, forget
Yeah.
everything I just said. Then screw
that's
it.
like I try to remember if he was there or not, but then I had to look up the lineup just to remind myself. Yeah, he's not. He's not on the team.
That's why.
In the
Why would you
team.
not?
It's interesting. I think because
We have a lot
That
of
hurts me.
predictions here, and we got a lot. Edgar 4-2 Atlanta. Huncho 2-1 Atlanta. Derek 1-1.
ATL Jacob. ATL. Sorry, that's what I was laughing at. Carry on.
About Master 1-1. 5-2 Omar. Omar's just going crazy. Like I think he's just broken at this time of the season. He's just like, just throw it. John put the I call this the Sydney score prediction 0-0.
So this way it's a 1-1, by the way.
0-0.
Spoiler.
Yolt's 4-1. Almiron Brace, Moranchuk, and Miyamba back on the
It's
score.
not going to be 4-1.
Do not poo-poo on Yoltz's parade, okay?
No, I'm not. No, I'd be surprised they combined for 4 goals this evening. I'll just say that.
I mean, that's 4-1 too. So I mean, there's 5 goals in that one.
Atlanta does not have 4 goals tonight, but I mean, it's his prediction. So
Brett's got 2-0 Minnesota, and he says, "So we."
Yeah,
that was my Minnesota accent. Sorry, it was terrible. And then Steven put 2-1 Atlanta.
Okay. And Sydney, what did you say?
Guys, no, I'll just say just real quick. Minnesota has drawn their last 3 matches, and they've only given up in their 7-match winless streak. They're 0-5-2. They've conceded, I think, more than 2 goals, or at least. Let me start over. They've conceded 2 goals, I think, just twice in that span. Other than that, they've conceded 1 goal or less. So this defense has been just very tight. They just don't have an attack to go with it. So sort of like half of Atlanta's problem. Atlanta doesn't have an attack or much of a defense. So I said 2-1 just because. I'm sorry, not 2-1, 1-1, just because of the struggles both teams have had putting the ball in the back of the net. This keeping in mind the struggles that Minnesota has, or not the struggles, but how teams have struggled to score against Minnesota. So, yeah, I could see this going 1-1. You won't get a win if you're Atlanta, but at least you'll get a point, and then hopefully come back and beat Sporting Kansas City on Sunday.
Nick said 3-1 Atlanta with Owen goal getting on the board, and then Huncho's saying now 1-1.
Yeah, but Saba's not here to assist that anymore, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
What do you got?
Come hang out with us in a little bit. We'll be in the Watch Along channel on the Discord talking about this game, hopefully talking about a win. We're going to do a Spaces after the game here, probably a short one. Didn't realize I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning, but we'll see where we go.
We have a bomb really quick also from somebody who knows the team very well, our good friend Johannes. Iggy Suarez is out of call-ups for the rest of the season. So you won't be seeing Iggy anymore for the first team, unfortunately.
Tommy, what was your prediction again?
Oh, no one asked me it.
I did that before you started promoting our Discord and Patreon, patreon.com/Spikes. Anyway, carry on.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Copy.
Oh, is that what you said? I got bored when you were talking. Is that what you said?
At least you admitted it. Thanks for admitting it, Tommy. You got bored.
Whenever I miss something, I have a friend. Whenever I say that to him, I'm like, I'm sorry, I got bored. What were you talking about? He gets so upset with me, and I've never thrown that line on the podcast. So I've been waiting for the perfect moment, and that was it.
Thanks, Tommy. Should have tried it with Tyler.
I'm not boring. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying you're boring either, Sydney.
Oh, man, we are wasted on a Wednesday.
2-1 Atlanta. Let's ride.
Think Atlanta has 2 goals in them tonight again for the second in the row.
And you know who it's going to be?
Who is it going to be? Fafa?
It's going to be Miggy and Adrian Gill.
Adrian Gill, calling your shot. Oh my gosh. I could see Miggy because Miggy's had experience scoring, not in the building, but scoring in Minnesota. So
I wonder if Miggy likes Minnesota cheese. Like cheese curds.
Wisconsin?
Minnesota too.
Thank you, Wisconsin.
It's close enough.
You're just
It's,
making things
Minnesota
up.
cheese. I'm like, what are you talking about?
it's
I heard the
all
cheese
up in
is
that
great in
corner.
Maine. The Maine cheese.
No,
the
Maine
making
has
of cities
lobster.
and
What are you
cheese.
talking about?
Hit the music.
Just like Oregon and Seattle have coffee, Wisconsin
Yeah.
and Minnesota both have
I'm
cheese.
sure Minnesota has cheese, but it's not really known for its cheese.
I
Like
bet it's better than the
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin cheese.
Wisconsin is.
I feel like Wisconsin cheese is overrated.
Somehow Minnesota went up. I think it was at 19 before they were going to win. It got to 20.
Probably because of us talking crap.
Yeah, they heard us. Go to patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. Support our coverage. Thanks for those who are subscribed already. Help us out. We want to do more, and we want to enhance our coverage. So, patreon.com/Scars and Spikes. You can support us financially there. Go to scarsandspikes.com. We'll have post-match coverage. Subscribe on YouTube if you aren't already. We'll have 3 takeaways afterwards. We'll have our matches to watch presented by Score Hub coming out in the next couple of days here, and a whole lot more. Patreon, or not Patreon, Scars and Spikes YouTube channels. Subscribe and like our coverage if you aren't.
Yeah, like
already.
the video. It takes 5 seconds. If you're on here right now, hit the like button. We appreciate it. Oh,
And-
no!
What?
You have the Home
Messed
Alone
up.
face. What did you do?
What happened?
Oh my God, you broke-
no, you broke
This
it.
is either a really good sign or a really bad sign. I don't know.
Oh,
which one to
no!
do. How did you do this? I was already thinking in my head.
I was just doing it. Oh, man.
We were gonna have a whole episode eventually when Atlanta is out of the bottom where we
we'll
vanquished.
record him burning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Now you've
Oh,
ripped it in
no, I
half.
got to find glue.
that dream is over with.
Oh, hit the music. Oh, we got to do a funeral. Oh, man. All right.
We need some sad music.
I don't know if I can cue it up. I don't have any sad music. Unfortunately.
Oh, I got some sad music. There's some sad music here. Come on.
Don't get us copyright stricken.
I'm not. It's just sad rain.
Don't pull a me.
Yeah.
I do anything.
We just do a silent exit in honor of Forky.
Yeah. I think that's it, guys.
That's it.
Rain music.
It's the saddest thing I had.
Trying to make me go to sleep.
I mean, hey, that,
It's like the
Every
scene
night.
of Tommy Boy when he crushes the biscuit. All right, I gotta go set my TV up. I want to watch this game outside.
All
See you in
right.
the Discord all.
See you around.
so yeah.